Hi everyone, today is part 2 of our soy wax candle making. I'm going to show you today how to make a multi-wick candle. Here I've got one burning here. Usually you use multi-wicks when your container has a wider top than it does the bottom. You can light one wick at a time if you want to, or if you want a really good burst of light and burst of fragrance as well, light the three of them all together. So today we need soy wax. Mine is just about melted here. We need our wicks that have been straightened and cut to length. I always like to cut them a little bit longer to start with because you can always trim them off. You'll need some chopsticks or something like that to actually hold your wicks in place once you do the final pour. And of course we also need the glue gun. So I've only just turned this on, so hopefully it will get cranking soon. So when you're placing your wicks in a container like this, you need to place them right up against the edge in the bottom of the container, so the whole three of them will go up against the edge. And then we are going to do a half pour. I recommend when you are doing containers this big to really take your time. I did this pour this morning, and so that's about 25%. I put it in the refrigerator so your container's nice and cold, so that when you do your second pour, your wax is cold enough that it's not going to remelt again, and then your wicks and everything will end up all over the place. Okay, let's see how our glue gun's going. Yep, we're off. So put these in place and straighten them up afterwards. It's best just to get them stuck down first. Okay, and make sure they're evenly spaced apart, so that will also make sure that you get a good burn with your wax, so that you burn most of your wax and the rest of it just doesn't end up in your container. This is the time to also straighten them as well, best you can. And to start with, we will do our first pour. So I said I usually do about a third. It is good to try to also have your wax fairly coolish, not really hot, because these wicks, they're cotton wicks and they've been dipped in wax themselves. So if your wax is too hot, it's going to burn those as well. Normally with the first pour, your wicks don't tumble over too much. Whoops. So just try to get them in position, and as I said, if you want to quicken up that process, just go and put them in the refrigerator. Also, normally we do have our wicks straight, but in this circumstance we actually have them coming out at an angle. Also, just to mention, I have already poured the essential oil into there, so we're using the mandarin oil. I've put in half the amount, so I'll just put the other half in because I'm going to do the pour there. So with mandarin, because it is quite a strong oil, I'm only using it at 5%. It is preferential that you use essential oils when you're making your soy wax candles, because you have to remember that artificial fragrances are neurotoxic. So here we go with the second pour. Just do it nice and gently. Always stop a couple of centimetres from the top as well. So this will actually protect your wicks from the wind and from being blown out. Voila. Okay, all done. Because my wax in the bottom is cold and my container is cold, it's actually stopped these wicks from falling over. As I said, sometimes I'm still going to set them though so they splay out a little bit. Sometimes they will completely fall over, so it's really good to have these sticks handy just in case. Okay. Alright, so that's it. Make sure you let your candles set for at least 12 hours, even refrigerate them before you first light them. Don't put them anywhere near fabrics or blowing curtains. Never leave your candles unattended, and make sure you blow them out of a night time before you go to bed. Enjoy, and I hope you have lots of fun.